The blackmailing capacity demonstrated by China towards America, and potentially towards European nations, thanks to its near monopoly on rare earths, critical minerals essential for the tech industry, should prompt reflection in Italy. On one hand, the government has launched the National Mining Exploration Program, PINE, which has initiated 14 cutting-edge exploratory projects aimed at reducing dependence on foreign critical minerals, particularly rare earths from China. But the geopolitical situation suggests the need, for prudence and national competitiveness, to accelerate this program and its operational consequences in terms of construction sites and new extraction technologies, by regenerating old closed mines, enhancing the 76 currently active ones, 26 of which are dedicated to critical minerals, and discovering new deposits. The potential for expansive extraction appears as follows: feldspar and fluorite are already well exploited, but copper, cobalt, tungsten, graphite, barite, antimony, nickel, zinc, lead, manganese, titanium, lithium, and rare earths remain awaiting exploitation. There is also gold and silver, probably scarce, but I remember a beautiful gold nugget found in a mountain stream. Uranium is missing from official lists, but I recall my trips to Carnia where the radioactive background measured by a geologist friend showed peaks, medically harmless. How much is there? I don't have the exact data, but multiple data sources, both current and historical, lead me to hypothesize a lot. Why hasn't it been exploited and why were many mines closed? Because in the past it was more convenient to import. Now, for many materials, that economic convenience no longer exists. And for critical minerals that have become weapons, it's a source of serious vulnerability. I would prioritize rare earths. These are not rare on the planet, but their extraction requires territorial destruction, making it difficult for democracies and small, densely populated territories to exploit them, whereas it's easier in large nations with authoritarian regimes, namely China, Russia, and others. Are there any in Italy? Yes, in some areas of the Alpine and Apennine arcs. The detection technologies in use are robust: remote sensing with geophysical and geochemical analysis, aerial and space-based sensors, all managed by artificial intelligence. Public data? The GEMA National Mining Database is planned, with access for researchers and investors. In summary, the acceleration proposal made here does not find a void, but a full system already active that needs wings. How? Investment capital must be attracted through public-private formulas, and this part doesn't seem too difficult given the attention from foreign, politically compatible, investors. Obviously, there are regulatory barriers related to land conservation. But new clean extraction technologies are rapidly possible, for example by adapting machinery used for tunnel construction and processing. I also perceive the recent willingness of the EU to facilitate the extraction of critical minerals from a regulatory standpoint, combined with a new U.S. emergency program for autonomy in the rare earth sector, noting that even the Pentagon is investing. I can't estimate Italy's future rank as an international mining power due to insufficient data, but I have enough elements to bet that within a decade it could hold a not insignificant position, benefiting economic growth. The formula for mining development must also include rare earth refining technologies. Italy has the scientific and industrial potential to build them or adapt them from other sectors. And it could become a capability to export to mineral-rich areas, for example Greenland, Brazil, Turkey, Sweden, huge deposit of some rare earths, and Africa, a true mining bonanza. I would therefore add this analysis related to building a global cycle of critical minerals that breaks China's blackmailing monopoly. But reflecting on the potentially faster construction of Italian mining power connected to alliances with other nations, I cannot ignore the need for a new reflection on the potential of fossil fuels within our jurisdiction, gas and oil. I don't like these elements, and frankly I root for their replacement with next-generation nuclear energy integrated with intermittent clean sources, solar, continuous local ones, e.g. hydro, or new types, such as hydrogen. But the fossil fuel replacement scenario will take, at best, 40 to 50 years. And during this period, reducing energy costs for industrial activities and to meet rising electricity demand driven by new data centers and similar developments requires continued, albeit more efficient, use of gas and oil. Therefore, it seems obvious to consider how much fossil material we can extract from Italian territory and seabeds, as well as nearby areas. A preliminary database thought is that there is much more economically extractable gas than currently planned. Regarding oil, observing data from Basilicata and the seabeds off Sicily, it doesn't seem far-fetched to imagine very large potential. Extraction technologies are now cleaner. I envision the Adriatic as a place for extractive collaborations, gas, and shared environmental risk limits between the western coast, us, and the Balkan coast, a very clean and productive Adriatic lake.